Hello my dear students, once again I welcome you all to my online class. Today I am making this video for class 7. Students, in my previous video I have explained you the poem A Sea of Foliage written by Toru Dutt. And I already had given you few informations about Toru Dutt, like she was a writer and she was a Bengali translator. She did not get fame in her life, unfortunately. She got fame after 100 years of her death. Today we will be doing the question answers of this lesson. But before that, let's have a quick recap of whatever we have done till now. Students, in my previous video I have already told you that in this poem Toru Dutt is comparing her garden to the sea. In every aspect she just tried to justify that her garden is better than sea. And at the last of the poem you will see that she says that my garden looks like the primeval Eden, which is a garden where Adam and Eve used to live according to the Bible. So students, without delay, let's start today's session.
Students, as you can see, the question answers on your screens. A Sea of Foliage by Toru Dutt. Question number 1. Answer these questions with reference to context. So there are different lines from the poem, and with reference to that lines you have to give your answers. First reference is, a sea of foliage girds our garden round, but not a sea of dull unvaried green. Unvaried means monotonous. Sharp contrast of all colors here are seen. So this is the starting line of the poem. Question number 1. Why does the poet use the word sea? So as we are discussing it from the starting itself, that the poet is comparing her garden with the sea, and that's why she has used the word sea here. So the answer is, the poet uses the word sea as she compares her garden with the sea. Question number 2. What does the contrast of all color mean here? It means the different colors of different flowers, because she was trying to justify that sea has only one unchanging color, that is quite dull. But in her garden you can see different shades of different colors. Next question. What does the poet call green? Green refers to her garden with different colors, okay, because she has used different shades of green. Like she has used light green for tamarind tree, she has used dark green for mango cloves, then she has used grayish green for the palm trees. See the next reference. And palm rise like pillars grey between, and over the quiet pools the seamew lean, red and startling like a trumpet's sound. So students, as you can see that in your poem, these are the sixth lines, okay, 6, 7, 8. These are the 6, 7, 8 lines. Question number 1. What are the palms compared to? Yes, I have told you that palms are compared to the grey pillars in color. Question number 2. Why has the word pillar been used? Why has the word pillar been used? Means she could have compared palms with any of the thing. Why she has only chosen pillar? Let's see. The word pillar has been used because they are tall, erect means straight, and it looks more like a pillar than a tree. So palm trees are generally looks like pillars, and that's why the poet has used the word pillar here. Next, one might swoon, drunken with beauty then, or gaze and gaze. Gaze means look on a primeval Eden. Primeval Eden, it is the first garden where Adam and Eve lived according to the Bible in a maze. Question number 1. Which beauty is the poet referring to? Answer. The poet is talking about the beauty of the garden at night when the moon looks through the gaps of bamboo trees. Okay, so this is the most favorite thing according to her. She just described the scenario that everything looked so beautiful when the moon looked through the gap of the bamboo trees. Next question. Why does the poet use the word drunken? And we have used this word SWOON, swoon, for the drunken. The poet used the word drunken because the beauty of the garden is captivating. Okay, and that's why the people felt like intoxicated. Next, what has been compared to the Garden of Eden? What we are comparing to the Garden of Eden? Her garden has been compared to the Garden of Eden because of its extraordinary beauty and charm. Answer these questions. Question number 1. Where does the foliage grow in the garden? The foliage in the garden grows around it. Question number 2. Where do the tamarinds grow? The tamarinds grow in the large number in the middle of mango trees. Next question. Where are palms to be found? How are they different from fruit trees? Answer. The palms are to be found in the middle of the garden, but they are different from other trees as they look more like a pillar than the tree. And the fruit trees are generally, they look like a fruit tree only, but this palm tree looks more like a pillar than the tree. Next, what fascinates the poet most and why? Means, what is the favorite according to her in her garden? The poet talks about the beauty of the garden, but is fascinated the most by the ranges, I have told you, lines of the bamboos. When the moon looks through their gap and the white lotus changes the color into a cup of silver. So that scene is the most beautiful scene according to the poet. Next question. What is startling about simul? How it is similar to trumpet sound? The red color flowers of the simul tree are startling for the poet. Just as the trumpet sounds break the silence, the red flowers appears fascinated to the poet and add the beauty to the garden. Once again, I am repeating this answer. The red color flower of simul tree, I have told you that simul is the cotton and silk mixed tree which has the maroon color of flower. Okay, so the red color flower of the simul tree are startling means sound for the poet. Just as the trumpet sound breaks the silence, the red flowers appears fascinating to the poet and add beauty to the garden. Last question. What does the poet mean by the white lotus changes into a cup of silver? The poet means that when the moonlight falls on the white lotus, it no longer looks like a flower but looks more like a cup of silver to the poet. Okay, so students, your homework is you have to write and learn this poem and you have to learn the question answers of this poem that we have just discussed. Okay, so we will meet up again in the next video with another chapter of language. Till then, take care, stay safe.